Hi there, welcome to my channel Maths SL. I'm speaking Saqib Latif. This is the question in front of me, November 2021. The question says the graph of h of x is equal to ax power 3 plus bx square is drawn. The graph has turning points at the origin. This is the first turning point. And the b, this is the second turning point. A is the x-intercept of h. This is the x-intercept. First question says, show that A is equal to -1 and B is equal to 6. So the first of all, I need to find the first derivative of h of x. The function is given by h of x is equal to ax power 3 plus bx square. So the first derivative, three a x power 2 plus 2bx with respect to x. I differentiate with respect to x. Now use the turning point to create a system of equation. So remember, the first derivative is 0 at x equal to 4 because this is my turning point here. So first derivative so I substitute x equal to 4 into the first derivative and simplify 48a plus 8b. So the 48a plus 8b equal to 0 because the first derivative is equal to 0 by the turning point. So I can divide by 8. So it's going to be 6a plus b is equal to 0. So this is going to be my equation number 1. So the point 4 and 32 is also on the graph of h of x. So I substitute b into the original function. So place of x I substitute 4 and equal to 32 because y value 32. So therefore answer going to be 64a plus 16b is equal to 32. I can divide whole term by 16. So answer going to be, I can divide whole expression by 16. So the answer going to be a 4a plus b is equal to 2. So this is my equation number 2. Now solve the system of equations. So from 1 minus 2. The first one we have 6a plus b. I'm using the eliminating method. You can use substitute method as well. So the 6a plus b from the first minus the second, 6a plus b minus 4a positive b become negative b minus b, and obviously the constant other side is 0 minus 2. Now this is cancelled, so like term 2a is equal to negative 2, a become negative 1, both sides divided by 2. Now substitute a is equal to negative 1 into any equation number 1 or 2 to get the b value. I put say for in equation number 1, or even you can put in 2, same answer. So it's gonna be a 6. So I can put in number 2. 4 place of a gonna be negative 1 plus b is equal to 2. Now I solve here, so therefore b gonna be positive 2. This is negative 4. When I switch over, this will become positive. So answer gonna be a 6. So there we prove therefore a value negative 1 and therefore b value positive 6 we prove. Show that a is equal to negative 1 and b is equal to 6. So I prove this is my final answer. A is equal to -1, B is equal to 6. Now the question number 10.2, he say calculate the coordinates of A. So he looking at the x-intercept of A. So remember, now we got h of x is equal to, because A value we found is -1, so I'm gonna say -x cube, and place of B we're gonna substitute value 6, so plus 6x square. So this is our original function. To find the x-intercept, y value is equal to 0, so which means -x power 3 plus 6x square is equal to 0. Now I can see x power 2 is the common factor, so we left with the -x, and plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we need to solve for x. X power 2 is equal to 0, so it's going to be x is equal to 0, or, and -x plus 6 is equal to 0, so -x and positive 6 I switch over, this will become -6. So both sides you divide by -1, the answer is going to be x is equal to positive 6. So therefore the A coordinates is lying by the positive section, so A going to be a x value 6, y value is equal to 0. So this is my final answer. Now the 10.3, very interesting question. Write down the value of x for which h is first increasing. So the math start left to right. So you can see the function is decreasing, coming down, decreasing by this turning point, increasing, from this turning point again, decreasing. So you want to know where is the function increase. So the function is increasing between these two turning points. So the answer gonna be between 0 and 4, and both 0 and 4 included. Whenever you have to give answer for f is increasing or decreasing, then the turning point values also included. So between 0 and 4, and 0 and 4 are included. Now we need to give the answer where is this graph concave down. So first of all, I need to find the point of inflection. I need to find the second derivative, and then I can give answer where is this graph concave up or concave down. I've got two turning points. I'm going to take the midpoint of these two turning points. That will be my point of inflection. So the x going to be equal to 0, and the x value here 4 plus 4 divided by 2. The answer is 2. So the point of inflection is 2, so 2 is gonna be somewhere here. So this is my point of inflection. So now I can give the answer. I need to see where the second derivative is negative and positive. So now we need to determine where the second derivative is negative and positive. So concave down negative, concave up is positive. So now this is graph is concave up till this point of inflection, and the graph is concave down from the point of inflection till so on. So we need to give answer where is this graph is concave down. Graph is concave down from this point of inflection here. So all the value on the right hand side here, all the value x greater than 2, the graph is concave down. So the answer is going to be therefore x greater than 2, the graph is concave down. So x greater than 2, graph is concave down. Now this is the last question, 10.4. He say for which values of k will negative x negative 1 cube plus 6x negative 1 square minus k is equal to 0 have one negative and two distinct positive roots. So this is the new function now. So he looking one negative x-intercept and 2 positive x-intercept. I'll show you how to solve this question. So remember, this graph is h of x. This graph is h of x, and in this graph add 1, which means this graph x negative 1 mean the graph shift 1 units to the right, because x is a liar. So if it's x negative 1, we consider positive. So this graph shift 1 units to the right. So if this graph shift 1 units to the right, then this turning point is gonna be here. I must add in the x1, and this turning point 4 become 5, and then this x-intercept 6 become 7 here. So because this graph shift 1 units to the right, must remember this one is horizontal shift, the k is a vertical shift, so we still have to give answer in the k value, which means in y values. So the new graph, this is going to be a new graph f, the blue one. We're going to work on this graph. So this is a turning point here. X-intercept is now 1, and this is the x-intercept going to be a 5, and but the y value will stay the same, because the y value, you can see this is the y value running all the way. The y is going to be equal to 32 horizontal line, and the x-intercept this 6 become 7. Now I need to give the answer in k value. So must remember, in h of x, in h of x add 1 and then become f of x, because the graph shift 1 units to the right, horizontal shift. So this negative k is a vertical shift, so which means f of x is minus k is equal to 0. So if f of x, now this negative k I pull over this side become positive k, so which means y is equal to k. So which means y is equal to k. So this is a vertical shift. Now I need to give answer on the f of x graph, where is 1 negative x-intercept and 2 positive x-intercept. So now I need to get the y-intercept. You must remember the y-intercept here 0, and I do have now here horizontal shift, and this is also this is x value 1, there is x value 7, there is y value still going to be 32. So we need a y value to solve this question. You must remember, na? So this become 5 and 32, this become 1 and 0. So we're looking at this y-intercept here now. So the y-intercept we don't have. So how to get the y-intercept? So this is the function. To get the y-intercept, x value must be equal to 0. So I'm going to substitute x equal to 0 into this function to get the y value. So I use my calculator. I substitute x equal to 0 into the f of x function to get the y value. So the answer is going to be a positive 7. So which means x value is 0 and y value going to be a 7. This is the y-intercept for the new graph f of x. Remember, I told you whenever you need to solve the k method question, vertical shift question, then you need 3 y value. So we have 2 y value. So it's here and as well here 32. So we didn't have the y-intercept. Now we get the y-intercept, which is 7. Now I'm going to draw the horizontal line y is equal to k to get the 2 positive x-intercept and 1 negative x-intercept. We need to see where in this blue graph. So this is the turning point we have. So if I draw horizontal line and the turning point, that's going to be this is y is equal to k, and then the another on the top of the turning point also y is equal to k. All of these y is equal to k, and if I draw on top also at the bottom same. Now you see in the middle as well, and from the y-intercept on the middle as well, and even you can draw in on the y-intercept as well one. Now, so usually I told you draw line on the turning points, so we draw, and then below the turning point, above the turning point, and between the two turning points as well, and on the y-intercept as well. So we draw all these lines. Y is equal to k. All of these line is y is equal to k, horizontal line, because we need to find the vertical shift now. Two positive x-intercept and one negative x-intercept. Now I can see here we can start now looking where these lines touch the graph once, twice, or thrice. As you can see here, the graph only touch once. We can't use this on the, and then you come here, you can see 1 and 2 twice. So you only touch the graph here also twice. We're looking at the blue graph. Now we can't use this one as well. So now we're looking where this y is equal to k, this line where is touch the graph once, twice, or thrice, then we can give answer. Here the graph touch once, so we cannot use this. We're looking at two positive and one negative, only one positive here, so we can't use this. And here 1, 2, only gonna be 2. We're looking one negative as well, we can't use this as well. Now you come on top, this line touch the graph once here, and then second place is here, and the third place is here. This all three is positive x-intercept. We're looking two positive and one negative, so we can't use this. Now y is equal to 7. Here we can see touch the graph once and 2 and 3, but this one is on the y is equal to 7 here, neither positive nor negative, so we can't use this as well. Now, but when you come here, look here nicely, but when you reach here 1, 2 and 3, so this is my answer. So the two positive x-intercept here, 1, 2, because this is a positive x-axis, two positive x-intercept here, and this is one negative x-intercept. You can see this one laying on the negative x-axis. So between the 7 and this 32 y value, we have to give an answer in y value. So between 7 and 32, the graph touch thrice, two positive x-intercept and one negative x-intercept. So this is my final answer. So must remember, the graph touch once here, two, the blue one, this is two positive x-intercept, and there we go, this is a one negative x-intercept. So between 7 and 32, we have to give the answer in y value. Between 7 and 32, two positive x-intercept and one negative x-intercept. So therefore my answer is going to be between 7 and 32. This is my final answer. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, comment below. I will assist you. Have a nice day.